Hello, welcome back. Last time I started Robot 3 and had the most fun I've ever had with the robot. It was pretty good. I mean, the most fun of 2 runs that I've done with him. So this game had an update since last time this was recorded. I meant to launch the old version because I had a save in progress, accidentally launched the new one, continued, and saw a layout where Aurora was here, Crystalina was here, Handyman didn't exist, and I still needed 11 more to level up. Fortunately, quitting that and starting 1.3 instead of 1.4 took me back to this layout without, hopefully, corrupting my save at all. But yeah, if I do that, I guess something changed in the generation algorithm or something? Anyway, so that's what happens when you load your save from an old version and a newer version sometimes. You could end up without being able to level up on this floor. That's why that was a problem. Anyway, so I have a ray gun, spatula plus, oh yeah, small shield, mechanical arm, buster sword, plasma blaster. Buster sword has proven to be extremely good. Cheat code I'm not super into. Pea shooter I'm not super into. My health is a lot lower than I'd really like it to be right now. Let's check reference. It's extremely possible that I will die in the first encounter here. Killing either of these gets me access to 2 apples and some sort of shop. Okay, so Handyman. Handyman is an inventor, right? He's level 3, Crystalina's level 4. Okay, so almost certainly going for the Handyman first. Handyman is... not listed. Oh, okay. That was one I forgot to add to my reference. Okay. Anyway, he's only level 3. Crystalina, summons a random crystal weapon. And I don't know what all of those effects are. So both of these are kind of unknowns. So I'm just going to go by the one that's a lower level. Right. My limit gauge is charged. 23 should be enough to get this done with 32. He has 3. Got a hammer. Let's see, so with 3 dice, maximum damage he could do per turn would be 6 and 2 5s or 6s. So 10 per turn. Alright, so he will take a minimum of 3 turns to kill me. I mean, hopefully he won't kill me at all. Right, and I have compression errors, so I need to be careful about using this. Okay. How do I do this again so I could turn that into a 4? And probably feed that to Plasma Blaster, because that's pretty good already. That seems reasonable to me. Wait, no, 5. What am I thinking? Okay, that made a 5, so that's perfect. Great. Pay attention. Now I have a 4. Which is probably going into the ray gun. I'd say that's fairly reasonable. 6 goes into... what? Well, at this point I would auto-roll and know that I get a 1, which I could turn into another 6. Just don't, use this one up first. Regenerates tempting. But I think I'd benefit more from doing him damage. Given the ratios of our health, like how much I have to deal to him and how much he has to deal to me, those are not too dissimilar. Okay, so this goes to Buster Swords. Do I want a shield? No, it doesn't really make sense with these dice. However, okay, so I'm definitely Buster Swording with this because I can spatula and get that. So I want a mechanical arm here, almost certainly. Yes, that's obviously the best thing I can do with this. Unless I wanted 1 shield. That's the only other thing I could do. Okay. And then this will take him all the way down to... Okay, so the question I have to ask myself, do I think I can deal him 13 damage on my next turn? I think it's likely, which would mean that regenerate is a better choice. I think it's likely enough, and these are close enough together that I may benefit from getting the healing, because it's a while before I level up. Doing this, and being able to do 13 damage next turn, would waste that potential 3 healing, so that's what I'm going to choose. Okay. I took 5 damage, and that's it. Okay, cool. So essentially I took 2 damage. That's very reasonable. Alright, so there's a 5. That's a great start. I can turn this into a 6 for a... let's see. I can safely roll again. Yes, the spatula will always turn even into odd and odd into even, so I can easily definitely kill him right now, because I can do this, then get, no matter what it is, I can make myself 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can safely roll again, and yes, no matter what I have, in case I do get a 6 and a jackpot and some healing, I'll use this up to get it out of there. Roll again. Okay, I got a 4. It's no longer safe to roll again. I'm not gonna try and get any of that healing, so I'll just end the combat and be happy. Okay. Amazing work. High five. And again and again. Come on, keep going till you've got all the hands. Well, he was happy to be defeated by me. That's nice. Leveling up at the end, so no reason to wait on health, unless I think I'll heal more than I'll be eating here. I could get a jackpot first turn on the next fight, so there is some potential to waste health if I do eat this apple now, so maybe I'll save it for... Oh. Don't think I'd use a slot on that. Jackpots aren't quite frequent enough. That's pretty good, though. Well, hang on. Sister, is your sister somebody who tends to one of the other shops? Like, you all, I can't tell the difference between the shopkeepers. If they're sisters, then that would kind of make sense. Oh wait, I trade my ray gun for a fixed payout. I don't think so. I don't think so. Jackpot abilities are pretty good, but how often do I get one? Well, every time I get a limit break, plus some bonus. So what's that, like one every... well, it depends how much damage I'm taking. I don't... but how good's the ray gun? It's alright. It has multiple uses, that's its strength. But do I end up with extra dice very often? Often enough? Maybe? I don't think that's a deal. I think I'll keep what I have. Like if you were offering that in exchange for my pea shooter, then I'd say yes, definitely. But I think I'll keep what I have. Alright, Aurora, you hide treasure. So I'm gonna fight you first. So 42. Thunderstorms. Okay, exactly 3. Up to 3 times. Okay, so she could do 9 damage to me. If mood change didn't happen, she would take a minimum of 4 turns to kill me with this. So that's nice. I have at least 4 turns to survive. Alright. Right, so usual decision-making process. This becomes a Plasma Blaster because it's almost as good as you can get for that. This becomes a shield. Right, so I am going to get shocked. Be ready for that. This becomes a mechanical arm, and then I... roll again, hope for jackpots, or a 6 so that I can Buster Swords. Okay. Pretty straightforward turn. I got a 1. That's interesting. That's interesting. I guess I spatula, ray gun, roll again? Sure. There's no reason I would Buster Sword this. Let's see, so options. If I had left that as a 1, and I rolled again, I could get another 1, have both of these disappear and have a jackpot, which would be decent. I could have gotten not a 1, have an error, lose everything but the Buster Sword, and have an extra die I couldn't use. No, this makes more sense. Okay. I got a 4. Alright. That was a fine turn. Alright, so we're getting 3 thunderstorms, it looks like. Yep. 3 shock, oh boy. And of course it's the ones I really like. Oof. Yikes. Buster Sword's the one I really want to unlock. Mechanical Arm's not going to be great this turn because I've already gotten a 6, unless I happen to get a bunch of really little rolls in the end of that. So I think I want to release Shock on Buster Swords? I'm not sure, though. I could also just put it straight into Ray Gun and get some damage done. Let's wait to release Shock on Buster Sword until I'm closer to the limit, I think. Because 3 damage is 3 damage. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So like the last die before I expect to get error will go into the Buster Swords. I guess. Okay, I expect to error now, so therefore I could take 3 shield here. Which I think is just a better deal. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, and I can't use this. Alright, well. That was a bad turn. Let's hope she has worse rolls. No. Oh, but all she has is mood weather, or mood change. So now I get burned. Alright. Okay, burn is kind of real bad for this, and it's burn 2, so I'm gonna just take those 2 damage, probably. I'm not going to auto-roll still. Alright, I'll only take 2 damage and then end up with 1 shield because I'm gonna do this. Okay, so I can touch this and it'll just eat into my shield and nothing else. Oof. Oh wait, okay, so I can auto-roll. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'll get a 4. Save this for the Buster Sword. I can auto-roll now, it's fine. Whoa, okay, why did I think I would necessarily get a 4? I could have gotten 2 2s. And, okay. Didn't quite think that one through. I might not have to touch this. Alright, how much damage can I do to you? I'd obviously flip this and this. Put the 6 here, put the 4 here. So that's 11, then I could get that up to 16. Probably the right choice. Recover 3 health. Yeah, she's a recoverer. Okay, so yeah, so I want to be definitely dealing her the damage. Okay. So flip, do that. Flip, do that. Ah, Joe! Oops. Alright, guess I'm losing 2 of these shields. Again, I need to pay more attention. Oops! Alright, so I made 2 tactical errors this fight so far. Now she recovers. And starts hurricaning. Oh, lock. Oh, lock is terrible if it works the same as all the others. Because if the same value would okay, so lock is like the worst possible debuff for this build, because I assume it would just sit there, immovable, and erase all dice that come after it that happen to be the same value. So I really, really, really do not want to get locked. Don't think I can do much about it, though. And I'm still burned. Why? Oh, because she burned me. That's the reason. Alright, well, I guess I'm taking this and shielding, because she's gonna get another turn. I'm not finishing her this turn. Probably. If I get enough ones, could I accumulate... I think I actually want to just roll again right now. Because there's not much I can do with the 1. If I get another 1, then that's 1 more damage added to mechanical arms. Still at least 1 more roll. Plus the possibly error 1 with the Buster Sword. If those 2 disappear. If I get anything else, then they won't disappear. Or hang on, it's only the new one that disappears, not both of them, right? Right? Yes. Okay. Well, that was fine. Now mechanical arm has 1 more damage on it, and I can even do that again. Okay, so now I have a 3. This moved over here. It made space for the one that disappeared. Okay, so probably Spatula, Plasma Blaster. Or mechanical arm. Is it actually time to use that? Okay, so hang on. Can I kill her? I think so. Pretty sure I can definitely kill her this round, because what I do is Spatula, Mechanical Arm, which gets her down to 9. Spatula... Well, I wouldn't Buster Sword yet. Well, actually, I could... Yeah, okay, no, I would do the Plasma Blaster and the Mechanical Arm. And then whatever else would go into the... Okay, yes, yeah, so that's already 9. So she's down to 5, and I can definitely Buster Sword that much. Okay, great. So Plasma Blaster. Mechanical Arm. And a Jackpot. Nice. Okay, do this, do this. Good. Alright, I think I'm going to survive this floor. Long as Crystalina doesn't do something too horrible to me. And I should have just about the optimal... That's interesting. Ooh, that's extremely good. Because... Oh, wait a second. No, it's not. Someone mentioned this. So, right. Little nuance about this. Would be extremely good if not for the fact that it rolls 2 6s and one of them is going to disappear. So it will roll 1 6, is what will happen. So actually that's useless. Never mind. I don't want this at all, ever. Okay. That could have been good, because I was thinking, like... Well, see, but if you'd Spatula a 1 and make a 6, then why would you dump it into that instead of just using it? I don't really end up with extra dice, like, ever. So no, this is not. That's a trap. I wonder if I would have thought about that if I hadn't been primed to think about it. I don't know. Alright, going into you with about the same amount of health as I went into, Handyman. Okay, yeah, giving me a 6 on the first roll is actually not what I usually want. Because it forces me to either use my Buster Sword now, removing its interesting property for later, use my Mechanical Arm, removing its potential for higher damage later, dump it into Ray Gun and feel like I'm wasting it, which is probably still the right choice, or like Spatula it into something tiny and do one of these, which is definitely the wrong choice. I'm gonna Ray Gun with this. I get a 5, which means Plasma Blaster probably. I mean, that's more damage than this. It doesn't spatula into anything interesting. And I don't want a ray gun. Okay, Plasma Blaster. And a Jackpot. Okay, good stuff. Going to level up, so I only have to survive to the end of this battle, so damage is always better. Like, if I'm just trying to get to the end of the battle, and don't care about my health coming out, unless I absolutely need health to survive this combat, I should never regenerate. When would this be a good idea? When it could do more than when it would necessarily do more than lucky shots. Like if this were already on 5, I'd spend the 2 on Buster Swords. And I don't know, something. You get 4 dice. That's interesting. You could do a lot of things to me. It's possible. So anyway, I should spatula this. Put that 5 into the Buster Sword, do those damage, and then do a lucky shot. Okay. Why did you do that instead of putting... You made a bad choice. You could have put a 3 and a 4 and a 3 into that instead of wasting your 5. I didn't see what that... Okay, Fire Crystal. Deal that damage, burn 1 dice. Okay, so that's what that is. I'm gonna have to fight you a whole lot of times to get a list of all the things you can do, and I'll never know if that list is complete. Okay, so you are an incomplete information enemy. That's on fire. That's probably fine. I probably want to touch it to not risk losing future dice. And I'll put it into a shield to defend against future burns, because you're going to do that more. Unless a 5, yes, Plasma Blaster. Didn't have to think very long about that. Okay, so now this one goes into the shield. Right? If I go in the offense instead, 3 damage to you instead of 3 damage not taken on me sounds better to me. Okay, well, only one more spatula use. Risking not being able to use mechanical arm later. I think this is lenient enough that it doesn't matter, so therefore, then let's take the low risk option. Okay, there's a 1. Cool. What am I gonna do with a 1? Roll again? I think so. Yes. Okay, that's completely fine. At this point, I think I want to flip this over and put it into the... mechanical arm. Yes. Okay, so I'm done with my spatula. Buster Sword doesn't have any requirements. I got a 1. I'm gonna just roll again. I got a 2. I'm gonna just roll again. Right? I got a 1. Wow, look at this. Boy, that mechanical arm could have been incredible. I had no way to know that, though. If I get a 1, it's fine. I still have this 2. If I get anything higher, I still have this 2, and... okay, cool. Alright. Almost definitely winning this fight. However, you have escalating power. Yeah, so now my question to myself is, do I want to use this auto roll here? I mean, not yet. Let's see what happens first. I would love to save this for the next floor. I'm tending to go into every floor with an auto roll queued up. I definitely want to touch this. Yeah, so one dynamic of this particular configuration is that I always want to touch burning dice, because keeping any dice around, and that's the same reason that lock is so terrible, keeping any dice around is a major hazard. 1, good, okay. So make that 1 into a right. Okay, so 1 is kind of good. It means my mechanical arm gets stronger, but then, like, doing something with the 1 is weird. 1s and 6s. Kind of weird to use. I could have put it into a little shield, but I don't think I need one. Okay, so I'm killing you this turn, I'm pretty sure. So I can probably keep my auto roll, as long as I can kill you without dying myself, and I can. Great. So do this. Let's think carefully. I'll do the 4 damage. You'll be at 2, and no matter what I roll, I'll have something for the Buster Sword to kill you. Great. 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 Okay. Good. Good. CPU counter +1 to use... What? +1? Doesn't that advance it to... Okay, so I guess that's... Could get me to jackpot if I'm almost there without... I don't like this. Or does it mean it extends it by 1? So I can roll more. I don't like this, but well, you can dump anything at all in there, though. Yeah, reduce CPU counter by that. That sounds... maybe better. Yeah, I think I want this. So... does your offer change if I get more equipment? Huh, I thought you'd be back. Now nothing. Okay, so I have to walk away and come back for the music to play. I don't want to do that. Which ability don't I find myself using much? It rearranged all my stuff. None. These are all pulling their weight. How did I have this before? Like that, I think. When would I put this in? I feel like Small Shield is pulling its weight the least of these, but it's hard to tell. Let's see the layout first. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff going on here. I am at full health. I am at full limit. And I have, oh boy, 4 things to fight here. Yeah, okay. I'm having to slow down a lot. I think I'm actually just gonna call it a day and be cool with that. This is all fine. I'm alive. I don't know for how much longer. It's a long way to level up, and my only means of healing are those 2 8 healths. And regenerate, and maybe whatever I could get here. Unless this is also healing. Alright, so... Boy, I don't even know which way I would go first. Well, that's a decision for me for another day. I'll see you then.